welcome to the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society's Tuesday Night Net. This net meets regularly on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. local time on this frequency of 146.970 with a tone of 162.2. My name is Marvin, call sign N0MLP, and I'll be acting as net control tonight. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes to can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. More to follow. Although this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has any emergency traffic, please call break. And with that said, is there anyone with any emergency traffic, please call now. Hearing none, I will now move on to announcements of interest to amateur radio. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come early around 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next OARS meeting will be at the Happy House on Saturday, July 8th. More to follow. OARS Club now has 3 scheduled nets. We have a D-Star net Monday nights at 8 p.m., so those of you with D-Star capabilities are most welcome to come check in and give the D-Star repeater a workout. The frequency is 444.150 with a positive offset. The OARS Tuesday night net, this one here, is at 7 p.m., and again that frequency is 146.970 with a negative offset and a PL tone of 162.2, and everyone is most welcome to come check in and hang out. And finally, the OARS Club also is hosting a Simplex net every Thursday night at 8 p.m. The frequency will be 146.460, and everyone's welcome to join and check in, see how good your signal is around the area here, and who can and can't hear you. More to follow. The OARS Ham and Eggs Breakfast for July is being held at the Family Restaurant in Mount Vernon. The breakfast is every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Be sure to bring your appetite and come hang out for some good stories and possibly meet some new members or those you haven't met yet. We always have a good time. And again, that's going to be at the Mount Vernon restaurant or the Family Restaurant, in Mount Vernon. This net is also being streamed on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel. So if you want to see how you sound on the air or if you missed part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. And finally, the OARS Club has a Facebook page and a group. Events, pictures, activities, and other information can be found there. So if you're on Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/W0OAR. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now.
Alpha 0, Romeo Mike, Mobile.
Our fearless leader, Bob. Go right on ahead, sir.
Hello, everyone. Here and there, Mars, wherever. I just left the city council meeting here in Aurora. We are set up for the 12th and also the 19th for our tailgate. The 12th we are having a picnic there in White Park next to the swimming pool. We're going to start at about 2 o'clock. I'll be there about 2 o'clock if you want to. We'll eat at 5. And then also if you want to go swimming, the pool will be open supposedly. And you can bring your kiddos or whatever you want to go swimming. And then the 19th, they're in the same area, same park. We're having a tailgate. Calista is putting out flyers, I think. I just talked to her a little while ago, since we got the final approval. And bring your shade. I can't repeat and stress any more. Bring your own shade, because it may be 100 degrees. So that's going to start about 7 o'clock and run to whatever, and people kind of get overheated or whatever. But that's about it there. You can check me in and out. And I'm here at the house here, Marvin, KA0RM.
All right, Bob, appreciate that information. I'll go ahead and make note of that here and update the net script as well. Also, I believe Callista's going to try and have ham flyers ready, too, to pass out at the tailgate for next year's Ham Fest, so we'll already have some of those floating around. So, all right, great info, and I'll get you checked in there. Any other interest of amateur radio, please call now.
K0SQS.
Hello, Harold, go right ahead.
I was just going to ask Bob, we're talking August the 12th and August the 19th, is that correct? That is correct. That is correct. And also, I was going to call you, Harold, since I got you on here, about the insurance for the tailgate. We've got the ARRL insurance policy. I renewed it prior to the Spring Ham Fest. It's good for a year. Good man. Because I told them down there, I figured that's what we had a yearly, but I would check for sure. All right, thanks. Yep, that's the 19th, and the picnic's the 12th. KA0RM. Yeah, we've got a million bucks worth of coverage. That ought to be sufficient. Somebody falling down, breaking her leg. Thank you, Marvin. Back to you. K0SQS. Is right.
All right, Harold, Bob, appreciate it. One more time, I'll find out if anybody else has any other announcements, and then we'll move on. Are there any other announcements? Please come out. All right, no other announcements. We'll move on now and start taking check-ins from NetLogger. Well, actually, let's go ahead and take short time and mobile stations, just in case you need to get out of here. Any short time or mobile stations that want to check into the OARSnet, please call now.
K0MAD Mobile.
Whiskey 0 Zulu Alpha Charlie Portable.
All right, we got two there. KE0MAD, Sean, how you doing tonight?
Oh, just still at work, out at the farm doing an audit, so just jumping in the truck, heading home.
Lordy, an audit. That sounds like fun.
Especially when the auditor, the third-party auditor, don't know his butt from a hole in the ground.
Oh, man. Well, you said you're headed home now?
Yep, on the way home, going down the Z Highway over here east of Monette.
Roger, roger. Well, at least you're headed home now. Mobile safely. Appreciate you checking in. And we'll say 73's to you, and we'll move down to Zach, W0ZAC, also mobile. How you doing?
Doing good, Marvin. Doing good. Thanks for running the net tonight. Sounding great. I am HT Portable out in the yard. Just got done mowing and had the radio on me, so not that I could hear it while I was mowing, but I had it anyway. Not much going on here. We were out of town on vacation last week. Went down to the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas. Camped out there with the RV for a few days, and then meandered our way back up to North Arkansas and did some cave tours up there before getting home late last week. Did a little work around the house, and then back to work today, or yesterday, I suppose. Didn't do much for field day. I did make about 6 contacts on Saturday afternoon from the house, and that was the extent of my field day operation. So thanks for running the net, Marvin. We'll send her back to you. This is W0ZAC.
All right, Zach. Well, that sounds like a fun vacation. I guess my only question is, did you get rich enough to buy a fancy new HF rig?
Negative. I told everybody at work if they never saw me again, they would know that I struck it rich in the diamond mine. However, we found 0 diamonds, so all I got was a big fat bill for the gas to drive down there.
Well, maybe next time if we'll hear about you on the news there. All right, Zach, appreciate you checking in. HD sounding good there for sure, so we'll say 73's to you. Appreciate you checking in. And we'll ask again if there's any short-time or mobile check-ins I'd like to call into the OARSnet here. Please call now.
KF0HOD, short time.
Whiskey Echo 0 Victor WE0V, short time. No traffic, just check-in only.
All right, I got KF0HOD, but the W station, could you give me your call sign again real quick?
WE0V, Elaine in Northeast Joplin. That's Whiskey Echo 0 Victor. Just check-in only, and thanks for doing the net.
Roger, Roger. I appreciate that, Elaine. I totally spaced out when trying to type in your call sign there. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. All right, we'll go up here to KF0HOD. Bob, how you doing?
Doing well this evening. I appreciate you running the VHF net tonight, and glad to hear everybody on tonight. I had to step away from the reg here a little bit and get back, but I need to step back away. Just got the old radio back on the air here, bought back in Denver in the early 80s, so playing with this ICOM 28H, and it seems to be working well now. So good to hear everybody, and I'll turn it back to you. This is KF0HOD. Everybody have a good night.
Bob, you have a good night too. Yeah, that radio sounds great. Good audio, nice and clear, full quieting, so it's definitely doing the job. Appreciate you checking in there. We'll say 73s to you, and move on down to Elaine. Elaine, did you have anything further, or was you just a quick check in there? All right, I believe that was just a quick check-in. So one last call for mobile or short time. Please call now.
A0 RWD, Kilo 0 Romeo Whiskey Delta.
All right, Ron, K0RWD, how you doing?
I had a busy day. I got two decks to do, and I had more damage than I thought I did. But we're keep on working with it, and we're gonna get it done. It was just really a good day down here in Cassville. And then I had a few things I needed to do in the barn. But other than that, that's just about it. So I'll just turn it back. K0 RWD.
All right, Ron. Sure do appreciate you checking in there. Sounding good as always. And we'll say 73s to you, and I'll move on to NetLogger check-ins. Starting up here at the top of the list, we'll go K0SQS. Harold, how are you doing tonight?
N0MLP and the rest of the group, K0SQS, doing just fine. Appreciate you running the net, Marvin. Good job. Not much news from here in Monette. Another nice warm day. Came in and kind of cooled off this afternoon. Took a little snooze in the chair. Woke up and it was almost time for dinner. So, what a day! What a way to spend the day. Back to you, K0SQS.
Roger that. Well, I had different plans today. I was supposed to have a dentist appointment, but that got moved, so I was worried for a minute I was going to be doing the net here with a mouthful of gauze, but I guess I lucked out in that front, but I'd like to get these teeth taken care of, so hopefully we can get that done pretty soon. But anyway, Harold, good to hear from you. Appreciate you checking in there. Yeah, today wasn't too awful bad. I had a lot of cloud cover around here, so still warm, but not like being stuck in the sun all day. So, all right, Harold, we'll tell you good night, 73s. Appreciate you checking in, and we'll move on down to KF0LZX. Greg, how are you doing?
Hey, doing good, Marvin, and thank you for hosting the net. Had a pretty good day today myself. Just worked from the house, just normal work type stuff, and had lunch with Bob down at Cub. We ate some tacos for lunch today, and that was pretty much it. Neighbor's out of town, took care of his dogs, but now just hanging out around the house with the wife and watching a little TV and hanging out. So that's about all I got. So KF0LZX, back to net control.
Greg, that's the life, ain't it? Work all day, but get to relax at night sometimes, so always makes it kind of nice, especially if it's a nice evening. And I think it's shaping up to be decent out there, so. But anyway, good to hear from you, Greg. Appreciate you checking in there. We'll say 73s to you. And we'll move on down to AE0OC West, I don't know what. Did you get the main contacts, or it was your radio either way, right?
Yeah, Sean got about 3 times as many as I did. But we got 82 total. And all of them, yeah, on my little 891, we got more use this weekend than it ever had before, all put together, probably. But in any case, Marvin, it was sure good to see you down there and enjoyed hanging out with you and had a good time. It sure was hot, but other than being miserably hot, it was a very good time and pretty good food for sure.
Oh yeah, we had a good time too. It was kind of a shame we had to take out a day early, but because we did plan to stay at first, and then we ended up getting invited to that birthday party, and we missed his last year, so we kind of couldn't this year since it was his 16th, and he got a truck and all kinds of stuff. It was a crazy party, so. But yeah, it was a very good time. We're definitely looking forward to doing it again for sure. And it was hot, but man, I was so glad it was shaded down there, well shaded. So quite a beautiful place down there. It's the first time I'd been, so yeah, definitely liked it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if there would have been a little bit of a breeze, it would have been pretty decent, really. But it was just still and muggy and hot. But in any case, like I said, it was a lot of fun and had a good time. Wish we had more people that would got on the radio, but it made it a little more fun. But we did do, pretty respectable for our first real field day I think that the club has had in years. So I've been working on logs today. I didn't feel like messing with them Monday. I was too tired, but started in on them about an hour or so before the net, and got pretty much everything done for the POTA side of it to send in, and then I'm going to have to do some reading to figure out how to send in for the field day part, but we'll get it figured out and get it sent in.
Roger. Well, if you need any help on that or something, just let me know. But I'm sure you probably got it. So, all right. Well, you got anything else for us?
Oh, not really. I got before I left out, my water heater was starting to give trouble again. I fought with that thing trying to rebuild it a couple of times, and it'll work for a while, but this time it was just full of lime, so just put a brand new one in today. So hasn't gotten heated up yet. We got it all hooked up and turned on, and that's when I came in and started working on the logs. It probably is warmed up by now, but I haven't checked it, but I'm sure it's fine, because like I said, brand new, it better be fine. But that's all I got, and I will say 73 and turn it back over to you, AE0OC. Back to net.
All right, Wes. Well, appreciate that. Thanks for the contacts and taking care of the logs there. Appreciate that. Say 73s to you, and move down to KE6GAE. David, how you doing?
Oh, Marvin, we're doing pretty good. Field day this weekend. I made it to a couple of them. Never got to operate at either place I was at. The only place I operated was here at the house as a 1 Delta station. So I was kind of bummed about that, but that's the way it goes. Kind of bummed I wasn't able to get down to see you guys, but next year there's 2 I'm going to, and one of them's OARS. Other than that, it's been a busy week already, so hopefully it kind of slows down, but that's not the way it's been here lately. So, well, about all I got for tonight. Thanks for running that, Marvin. We'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
Yeah, man, if you show up at an OARS field day, there'll be a place you can operate, for sure. Like I said, I had mine set up for a while, and I was trying to get some FTA going, but I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't getting any responses, or maybe I just wasn't receiving too well. I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, we can definitely figure something out for sure. Get some more stuff going on. So, but yeah, and also too, while I'm thinking of it, whenever I was going through my bag down there, I still have your adapter thing too. So if I don't get to see it before, I'll try to bring that to the meeting in case you come there. So, but anyway, we'll say 73s to you, Dave. Good to hear from you. Thanks for checking in. And we'll move down to Steve, KA0SPM. How's Steve doing tonight?
Fine. I'm doing pretty good, Marvin. It was really great to see you guys out there at the field day. Next year, make sure that your FTA's working because that's going to rack up points. So haven't been doing much here. Like to avoid the heat if possible. But yesterday I got off in it, but today I ended up doing an FTA on 6 because it was open.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, 6 meters. See, I was really trying to get 6 meters going down there because I've yet to make any contacts on 6 meters. So, but it was real, just not very good. So 10 was doing all right, but I just wasn't picking anybody up or something. So I'm not real sure. But yeah, it was good to see you guys down there. I just hope she didn't break her camera when she took a picture of me there.
The camera did great. We had 2 others to get to after you guys. One group actually was done at 3. They packed up and went home. We made it to the other, and there was one more we could have went to. They did the same thing. So it's like, you guys got to do the night shift for field day to get to really rack up points.
I mean, I think the DX is at nighttime there, at least a good portion of it anyway.
Now, the band's tuned up till the sun started to set, so it was, that was the way to go, but maybe next year. Patty's already talking about visiting a bunch more next year, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think be doing something at least, maybe a camp out, who knows, but it sure is fun, and I hope everybody got rested up from it.
Roger, yeah, I think we finally got rested up by today, so a little bit of work camping out, but it sure is fun when you're down there. So, all right, Steve, it's good to hear from you. I was glad to see you guys show up down there. So, but we'll say 73s to you, and we'll be at the bottom of the net logger list. So I'll just start taking regular check-ins. If anybody wants to check into the OARS net, please call now. My. Anybody out there want to check into the OARS net, please call now.
KE6GAE, recheck.
Hey, go ahead, recheck.
Yeah, Marvin, I don't think it was necessarily your problem with the FDA. I've talked to several guys and saw several posts about it. During the day, a lot of people had a hard time getting responses on the FDA. They heard stations out there, but they couldn't get a response back.
Okay, yeah, because that was me too. Like, and I was calling CQ for a while, but then I thought, well, maybe I'll just try calling a station, So I went and clicked on some and just never got anything back. So I mean, I was hearing stations and decoding them, but I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I saw one guy talking about it. He said he turned his ALC all the way down to make his signal real weak, and then he was actually able to get in under some of those and make a couple of contacts. But he said after dark, it took off for him.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I had turned my ALC way down too at one point, but I don't think I ever turned it all the way down. So, but anyway, yeah, I appreciate that info because I was sure scratching my head because, man, I've run FT8 here at the house and out portable before and never had a problem. So, just thought it was kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, appreciate that info. Dave, I guess we'll take 73s, and I will ask one more time if there's any check-ins for the OARS net. Please call now. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap it up and call that a net. We had 12 check-ins, including myself. And just want to thank everybody for checking in. Appreciate you coming on here and getting the numbers in. And for now, we'll just say 73s to everybody. Hope you have a good evening and the rest of the week. And hopefully see y'all at the meeting. 73s, everybody. I'll return the repeater back to normal traffic. Thank you.
N0MLP, K6GAE.
Go ahead, Dave.